man. So now we're going to get into breaking down a brick. Let's go, man. This company this week we're going to talk about is none other than we're going to break down Tesla for you. So if you're in a group tomorrow, you'll get the stock price for Tesla. Let's go. All right, man. So Tesla is an automotive and energy company. It designs, develops, manufactures, sells, and leases electric vehicles and energy generation and storage system. Tesla also installs and maintains energy systems and sells solar electric and offers end-to-end clean energy products, including generation, storage, and consumption. Let's go, man. All right, first we're looking at Tesla. We're looking at energy and generation brings in 5%. Y'all want to know what the 95% of it comes in at. The cost of revenue includes and related to automobile. Cost of revenue is $60 billion. Their gross profit off that cost of revenue means what did it cost them to bring that revenue in? What did it cost them to bring that revenue in? Gross profit was $20 billion. 50% of their sales are in the United States. 22% of their sales are in China. 28% of their sales are everywhere else. Research and development, they spend about $3.1 billion a year. Sales, general and administrative is about $3.9 million. Let's go a little further, Dave. All right, here's what I like to look at. The United States brought in $40.55 billion. China brought in $18 billion in sales. How does Tesla make money in 2022? Tesla generated $81.46 billion in revenues. Tesla's business model primarily relies on automotive sales. The automotive sales are $71.46 billion, almost 88% of total revenue. Other services followed by energy generation, storage, and the other sales bring in $3 billion. Let's go a little further. So when we look at how they make money, again, $17 billion in cars, that's 56% year to date. Auto, which means the other parts of cars, brings in 55%. Revenue is 21.5, which is up $56 billion. Their gross profit is $5.4 billion on this segment, which was up 25%. Operating profit, up 17%. Net profit means after they paid everything off, what's left in net? What's left in net? I mean, after we spent that, so they had $3.3 billion. What we do like is 16% the next net margins. I like that. Remember we talked about margins. We talked about that. And I want y'all to go back to when I talked about earlier when we talked about the life cycle of a stock. Think about Tesla. Think about the cycle it had to go through. It had to go through the cycle of what? First what? News, then earnings, then annual earnings, then 5 years, multiples, right? Then after that 5 years, we're talking about 10 years, we're talking about what? Profit, revenue, margins. You get into that 20 year, that's what it is. Now you get into that 20 year, you start talking about culture, people, brand, right? Does it make sense? Right? After that 5 year, you start talking about, you know what I'm saying? You got to get a stock time. Think about somebody like Kathy Woods who made a big bet on Tesla in 2014. In 2014, she made a big bet on Tesla. It didn't pay off to her to 2019 the way she wanted it to. She dominated. She shut Wall Street down when ARKK was floating all over. She killed it. Everybody wanted to be in ARK ETF. I want to be in ARK. Why? She made a heavy bet. Heavy bet on Tesla. She cast her chips in, and it paid off for her. Guess what? Guess what we also found out? She's been investing in NVIDIA since 2014. She's been investing in NVIDIA since 2014. The 2014. The problem with us is we want the investment to, watch this, we want the investment to pay off tomorrow so we can snapshot it on Instagram. That's why we want the investment to pay off. We want the investment to pay off tomorrow so we can snapshot it and put it on Instagram. Instead of saying, yo, I'm going through the life cycle of the stock. I'm going through the life cycle. I'm zooming out. I'm going through the cycle of being in this stock. All right, so services, cost of revenue. Let's go a little further. All right, so operating revenues in business, we see that automotive and generation. Here's what I like to look at right here. Tesla has outperformed its competitors like crazy. Tesla, Ford, STLA, GMC, it has dominated them. Remember, in Q1, Tesla wasn't just the best-selling EV, it was the best-selling car, the Model 3. What brand did it overtake? Toyota. Toyota had been the number one selling car, and then Ford, the F-150, Tesla overtook that. Do you think they're about to slow down? You think it's about to slow down? Nope. Because once you get that momentum, once you understand, because here's what the other companies trying to do now. They trying to come out with their EVs. Guess what they're realizing? It ain't easy as it look. Guess what Ford had to realize? Wait, after they shut down, we reported that Ford shut down production of one of their EVs. Now what they doing? I posted it on the gram. Ford now cut a deal with Tesla to let them use 12,000 of their charging stations. But guess what? In 2025, Ford is now making their cars compatible to the Tesla system, so they'll have the charging station thing already attached to their car. They understand what the future is. I'm not saying all cars about to be electric. People gonna still love their gas cars. It is what it is. It's gonna be a part. Electric cars only now make up about 7% of cars in production. But guess what? It's the future. The younger generation want Teslas. My daughter, she's 7. Guess what her favorite car is? Tesla. I be like, how the hell? Dad, that's a Tesla. Dad, you want to play I Spy? No. Why you want to play? Because all you're going to do is look for the Teslas. I'm tired of trying to look for them on the road. You feel me? So they're going to dominate. Here's what I like to look at too right here. Historical earning operations. Here's what we like to look at. We can see the automotive operation that's just growing and growing and growing. I also have a stat for y'all that I wrote down. I can go find this one for sure. But when we're looking at a company, here's what we're seeing. Look, historical operating revenue by region. United States has always been their bigger player. United States other than China. United States other than China. So the United States has been their most pivotal place where they want to grow at with their business. Here's one thing I want to show you with a company. When you see this in a company, you know a company doing their thing.
What's good, trappers, man? It's your boy, the Wall Street Trapper. Right now, I want to invite you to an amazing experience full of value. That is my community, Trappers Anonymous. It's 100% the greatest fundamental investing community on the market. Listen, your portfolio should be a masterpiece. And the only way we get you there is if we help you to learn how to invest with confidence. Now listen, I get it. Like, you don't know a lot about stocks, or maybe you've heard people say how much money they lost in stocks, but I can guarantee you, 1, because they weren't in the community, and 2, they lack the information. Our goal in Trappers Anonymous is to help you, really to hold your hand on the journey to becoming a confident investor, learning how to navigate through the different events that the stock market goes through, to take you from panic to encouragement. There's no better time than now. This is an opportunity only for those who are willing to be on the journey. So listen, man, click the link below. Come join me in Trappers Anonymous, man. I will see you in one of our many classes, whether it's Moat Monday, whether it's the 2-hour class we do on Sunday, or whether it's just a book club. Everything is geared toward making you a better investor so you can triple your net worth and turn your last name to an asset. It's your boy, Wall Street Trapper. See you in the trap.
Free cash flow. Watch this. I'm gonna put it in black so y'all can see it. Minus 3 million is wrote in thousands, in millions. So that's 3 million when you look at the free cash flow statement. And then plus 2.7 billion plus 3.515 billion, and then plus 7.5. So here's what you're gonna see with a company. Here's what you're gonna see. This is a good company. So these are the last, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I skipped one, my bad. Plus 1 billion. All right. All right, so here's the last 5 years of free cash flow. Here's the last 5 years of free cash flow. It went from negative 3 million to plus 1 billion, plus 2.7 billion, plus 3.5 billion, plus 7.5 billion. So what we saw here is we saw a company go from not profitable to profitable. And then when it became profitable, it expanded. If you go look at a company's free cash flow and it looks like this is good. Now, if you could get all 5 years growing and profitable, that's good. But they went from negative profitability, negative free cash flow, to positive free cash flow by $1 billion. To the next year, they increased it by 2.7 billion. To the next year, they went 3.5 billion. And the next year, they went 7.5 billion. You want a company that is consistently increasing the free cash flow. Now, what I don't like is when you see a company and it's positive, and they all positive, good, but you see them chopping in them. So when it's chopping in there, so let's say this would have been 2.5. Let's say it's 2.7, this would have been 2.1. It's still good, but now we got to go see what they did with that extra $500 million. You feel me? So we see a management that's handling business. We see a management and a CEO that knows how to do a few things, that knows how to go from negative to profitable and stay in profitability. Keep delivering and grow. How they growing? They opened a spot in China. They opened a spot in Texas. And they thinking about opening another spot somewhere else. So they growing what? They growing production. So if they profitable and they open up new spots, what that's also telling us, they want to produce more product. This is a trap house. This is a trap house. They just opening new trap houses. That's what they're telling us. So we like seeing that. We like seeing that. I want to bring that to y'all attention. What's good, fam, man? It's your boy, the Wall Street Trapper, man. Listen, we are going on tour. That's right, man. The recession tour is going to be crazy. Listen, I'm breaking out my personal financial breakdown so you can see exactly how my accounts are set up, how my financial strategist got me set up, and you actually get the workbook of that content once you come to the tour. If you on that VIP, man, you get to have that content for yourself, man. Listen, man, Trapping Tuesdays, the recession tour is coming to a city near you. We coming to New Orleans. We coming to Atlanta. We coming to LA. We coming to Houston. We coming to New York, Philly, and Chi-Town. Listen, we understand so much is going on in the economy right now. So many people are getting hit, whether it's their 401ks, retirement plan, portfolio before the recession. Listen, I want to walk you through the journey and not just empower you, but I want to equip you. I want to financially stimulate you. I want you to breathe life into your last name and turn it to an asset. Now is the perfect time. We are the financial revolutionaries, man. Get your tickets, man. It's $97. Get in the room, man. For the recession tour, we want to leave you with a notebook full of notes that you can use the next day. You got to make the small investment right now that's going to pay dividends for a lifetime, man. We're going to be the last ones to get it out the mud so everybody behind us can get it out the market.